The Boston Celtics defeated the New York Knicks 118 to 105 today. And it just shows again the struggles the Knicks have against the top teams after this loss. The Knicks are a combined 0-7 against the Celtics, OKC, and the Cavs this season, which shows obviously that the Knicks are not the top tier. They're not of the elite. They're just one tier below the elite. But I would have to say the main problem this game with the Knicks, from what I saw, was like the same thing I saw on Friday night, which was that just like in the Cavs game Friday night, which was the three-point shooting, in the sense that they're a terrible defensive team when it comes to defending the three-point shot. That whatever three-point shot that you want, you can get against the Knicks. The Knicks have no way of defending it, and the Celtics are obviously not the team that you can get away with having bad three-point defense, which was apparent in the game when the Celtics were hitting all their threes from the beginning at a scorching pace. Granted, they finished the game with 38.6% shooting from the field, which is slightly above average, but at start it was very blistering. They hit the Knicks with a bunch of three-point barrages, and the Knicks just could not defend against that. They struggled, and it put them in a big hole. At one point in time, the Knicks were down by 27 points in this game. So they got behind by a huge margin. But one of the silver linings, I would say, if you're a Knicks fan, is that the Knicks didn't give up easily in this game when they were down by 27. They could have easily just thrown in the towel and just lost this game to like 40 or 50 points. It was that bad when they were down by 27. But they actually fought hard in this game to get all the way back in the third quarter, I believe, and to cut it down to 4 points. They came so close. I think actually in the fourth quarter, they cut it down to 4 points. They were just this close, very close to getting back into the game. And then it just went downhill again with Cat getting hurt. It was some weird play where he tried to go to the hoop and dunk it on Porzingis, and he just couldn't pull it off. He fell out of bounds. It looked like he did some damage to his knee. He was in a lot of pain on the bench. But he ended up coming back in the game to finish it. But by then, it was too late. The Celtics had just rebuilt a double-digit lead. They were up by like 12 or 15 points, and the game was pretty much secured that they were going to win. And there's just no way the Knicks are going to have another comeback. But I felt during the stretch when they fought back, the Knicks found something that did work somewhat against the Celtics, in the sense that they were able to run them off the three-point line and force them to beat them by posting up or using the mid-range game. Granted, the Celtics are very good at both of them, but the Knicks were able to defend pretty well. I think that was one thing that they found that could work to their advantage if they play the Celtics again, especially during the playoffs. But that's the only thing they have to feel good about themselves in this game. If you're a Knicks fan, you hope that Cat is okay. Granted, he did come back in this game, but it was visible that he wasn't as mobile as he was prior to getting hurt on that play. But going forward, I would say the Knicks really need to work on their three-point defense. They can get away with being a terrible three-point defensive team against most of the league. They are an above-average team, so they can get away with it against the bad teams. It's not going to hurt them. But against the great teams like the Cavs, OKC, the Celtics, they're not going to be able to get away with that in a playoff series. There's just no way they're going to be able to get away with that. They need to work very hard at becoming a better three-point defensive team. They have 25 games to figure this out. That's it. They have 25 games. They need to be committed and just focus on it. Just go full on to figure it out. Because if they don't get better at it, then it's going to be a wrap for them once they get to the second round, because they will either play the Celtics or the Cavs in round two. That's a guaranteed matchup they can't avoid. That's one thing that they're just going to have to work to get better at in a short time frame now. They have 25 games to figure this out. I guess the good news is if you're a Knicks fan, you have Mitch Robinson coming back. He can definitely help in improving the three-point defense. He's very mobile, super athletic, tall. He has all the ingredients to improve the Knicks three-point defense. Will that be enough? I'm not sure if it will, but it puts them in a better spot to take on the Celtics. Doesn't guarantee that they can beat them, but that's something they have to be optimistic about. Now with the Celtics, they're a well-oiled machine. They show in this game that they're champions, and they went into this game trying to make a statement. I remember during the Spurs championship years, they would always have certain games they would circle, like against the Lakers, for instance, or the Mavericks, where they would blow out these teams and let them know that they are they're the team to beat, and that they're going to have to go through them and just send them a message, and also to try to destroy their confidence. I think that's what the Celtics attempted to do in this game when they went out big early. So Celtics played their role as the defending champs. Now it's up to the Knicks to find a way to rise up against them and dethrone them. And we'll see if they can do that. I'm not a fan of either team, but I like to see competitive basketball. So I hope the Knicks can figure this out. I hope they can get better, that they can at least give us an entertaining second round series against either the Celtics or the Cavs, but we will see.